Welcome back to day 7. We are in Proverbs 7 and I am going to write some of the verse on my journal to start with. Just as a reminder for those who are joining for the first time, I am using a concertina journal which I created during the 100-day project, and this is joined with about 5 zines because I didn't like the zines and I didn't know what to do with them. They have been joined up and I am using them to now house my journey in Proverbs. That's why there's a lot of marks on this journal to start with, because the prompts are just to do 2 marks with 2 colors, and some people have been asking me, well, you've got a lot more than 2 colors on there. That's because I'm working on an existing journal and I'm going to add 2 more colors on there. Plus today I'm going to do a little bit of writing because I like to have writing across my journal. And looking in Proverbs 7, I'm just going to write in quite large writing, just messy writing that doesn't make sense. And you can journal along with me or watch this and do your own after. I look forward to seeing what you do. You can see it's hardly legible and it's barely there. And when I put a bit of or other marks on there, you won't really be able to see them. I've got a little bit of paper here. Wherever I have paper lying around, I love to just add them to my journals as well, because they will find a place they find a place in my journal rather than find a place in the bin. And I have a piece of paper here that I created the other day. I didn't actually create this. You may remember from some of the other videos, if you've been watching, that I used this to drip some of the drip marks on there from this one. I dripped that on there, and I probably dripped this on there too. I am going to cut a few random circle-y things, semicircles. I'm using gel medium today to put it down. I really love this tissue because it helps to tone down some things that may be a little bit too strong. This is just pattern paper from Dressmaker's Patterns. If you don't have any patterns, which I don't. I did save some when I was packing up the house to go and move into a bus. I have a little bit of this, and then I dropped into Vinnie's as well. And my friend Sharon actually gave me one from Vinnie's as well, which is really handy for collaging. And even if there's any creases in it, it doesn't matter because it adds texture. Sometimes when you come to do this, you will find that you'll have a few moments to just put a few marks on a page and then you come back to it, and that's okay. And other days you might have a little bit more time just to keep playing. And you can see that I have added, this was an old zine, so I had lots of different elements going on under here. So I did collage underneath, and you can see I have some music manuscript there. I had stencils underneath there. I had paints and layers and layers. So when you don't like something or it doesn't seem to be working, then you can put something else on top. You can see my writing coming through, and I just love all the movement and the texture with all the different things popping up from underneath, and you don't know where they come from. But to me that's really exciting because I just love that part of mixed media where there's seems to be so much going on, and it's like, how did you get that there? Right, I'll dry this now. The heat gun. Going to add a little bit more of these shapes, and just being mindful that I've stuck this across the crease. I want to make sure it will fold properly. Time for a bit of gesso. Gesso is something that is used as a base, like a primer for canvases, but for those of us who love using it in mixed media, it just gives the page a little bit of a dampening and pushing back the colors, or just making it a little bit less obvious. I love to use it also to tie in together all these edges and make it look like it's not just something stuck on there, but really part of the whole picture. I fell in love with it when I first saw somebody using it. It's great on paper like this too, because on the background of this I did use some watercolor, because on normal paper the watercolor would just completely absorb, and when you put it on, put some gesso down first, it allows the watercolor to hold and the color becomes more brilliant. That's nice for a nice background. I pulled out some red and orange acrylic paint. I'm going to mix up something like this to add to it. I love the effects of the texture pulling paint up from a page, so I've just decided to use this as my marker today. Alright, so you can vaguely see the two colours there, and lots of different marks, so a little bit different today. Let that dry, and I've got my little card here that I want to write the verse on. I'm just going to touch the edge of my spatula onto the card just to give it a slight edge. Hope I don't make a mess out of it. Okay, that's done. I'm going to press that onto a piece of paper as well, just to remove some of the excess paint. I have to let all those dry before I can write on them. While I'm waiting for those to dry, I want to have some red going through here. I've written my verse now. Proverbs 7:1-2. My son, keep my words and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live, and my law is the apple of your eye. I'll stick that there. This needs a touch of splashes, I think. I'm going to get my watercolors out. This has a nice touch of blue. I may as well do it on the other side as well. There's my marks for today. I had a little bit more time, so I created a background as well and cut out some shapes and made my marks with the red and the orange. I hope you enjoy creating something for yourself, and don't think about the final product. Think about the calming effect of making your marks and just playing and without thinking too much. And I find that when I don't like things, I'll just paint over them again, or as you saw me doing in the beginning, gluing things over and collaging. Use this time to just explore and see what comes out of it, and don't judge yourself or compare yourself to anyone. This is more about the process and more about your learning and exploring, being curious of what does this do if I do this. And I may come back and add more to this, because to me it doesn't look finished, but I just did my marks for today. I hope you have fun, and I look forward to seeing what you post. Remember to hashtag it. It's hashtag June in Proverbs, and tag me on Instagram, which is Transforming Pages, or Substack, which is at The Quiet Yes, or at Tina Chin. See you then.